자린고비. 한국의 대표적인 구두쇠 혹은 구두쇠의 대명사.
Korea's representative miser, or the epitome of a miser.
그야말로 지독한 구두쇠인지라. 식사 때는 굴비를 천장에 매달아 놓은 후 밥 한 술에 굴비 한번 쳐다보기라는 괴이한 식사법을 애용했다는 일화가 유명하다.
He was notoriously stingy, even hanging dried fish on the ceiling during meals, and taking one look at the fish for each spoonful of rice he ate, a bizarre eating habit.
지독한
Notorious,
구두쇠.
stingy,
식사.
meal,
굴비.
dried fish,
천장.
ceiling,
매달다.
to hang,
밥.
rice,
쳐다보기.
to look at, glance.
아울러 나오는 추임새 또한 유명하다. 어이 짜다. 이 때문에 자린고비가 절인 굴비에서 따왔다는 설이 대중적으로는 가장 유명할 것이다.
His famous catchphrase is, "Oh, it's salty." It is widely believed that the name Jaren Gobi comes from the salted dried fish.
아울러.
Along with, in addition,
유명하다.
famous,
짜다.
salty,
절인.
salted,
굴비.
dried fish,
대중적.
popular, widely believed.
심지어 아들이 굴비를 2번 쳐다보자 굴비가 짜지도 않느냐며 호통을 치기도 했다고 한다.
It is said that he even scolded his son for looking at the fish twice, asking if the fish wasn't salty enough.
아들.
Son,
쳐다보다.
to look at, glance,
호통.
scolding.
한때는 큰 아들이 굴비를 2번 쳐다보자 작은 아들이 형이 2번 쳐다봤어요라고 말하니까 자린고비가 놔둬라. 오늘 형 생일이잖니라고 말했다고 한다.
At one point, when the older son looked at the fish twice, the younger son said, "My brother looked at it twice." And Jaren Gobi replied, "Let it be, it's his birthday today."
한때는
At one point,
큰 아들.
older son,
굴비.
dried fish,
2번.
twice,
작은 아들.
younger son,
형.
brother,
오늘.
today,
생일.
birthday.
또 한 일화로는 뒷마당에 있는 된장독에 뚜껑을 열어놓았더니 파리가 그 위에 살짝 앉았다가 날아가는데 그 파리 다리에 묻은 된장을 보고 아까워서 수십 리를 날아가는 파리를 쫓아가서 된장을 빨아먹고 놓아주었다고 한다.
In another story, he saw a fly land on an open soybean paste jar in the backyard, and when it flew away with a bit of paste on its legs, he chased it for miles to suck the paste off and let it go.
뒷마당.
Backyard,
된장독.
soybean paste jar,
뚜껑.
lid, cover,
파리.
fly,
다리.
legs,
아까워하다.
To feel pity. To feel sorry for.
수십리,
Miles.
쫓다,
To chase.
빨아먹다.
To suck off.
김삼이 그린 만화에는 파리를 놓아주기 전에 다시는 우리 집 장독에 얼씬도 말라고 엄포를 놓는데 이후 자린고비 집의 장독에는 파리가 한 마리도 꼬이지 않았다는 내용은 자린고비의 근성을 보여주는 이야기이다.
In Kim Sam's comic, Jaren Gobi warned the fly never to come near his jar again before letting it go, and no flies ever approached his jar afterward, showing his tenacity.
만화,
Comic.
놓아주다,
To let go. To release.
우리 집,
Our house.
장독,
Jar container for soybean paste or other condiments.
얼씬도 말다,
To not even dare to approach.
엄포,
Warning. Scolding.
근성,
Tenacity. Perseverance.
이야기.
Story.
이를 보다 못한 동네 사람들이 자린고비를 놀려주기 위해 집에다가 새우젓을 몰래 가져다 놨는데 자린고비는 집에 밥도둑을 들이다니 집안 망하게 할 일 있느냐면서 바로 집어던졌다고. 위에 굴비 이야기도 생선장수가 굴비 한 마리를 그냥 담 너머로 몰래 던져주었는데 어디서 밥도둑을 함부로 넘겨주냐면서 다시 던져버리자 공짜로 주는 것이니 그냥 받으라고 다시 던져주고 나서야 겨우 받았다는 이야기가 있다. 당시의 새우젓은 아주 맛있는 반찬으로 여겨졌던 것이다.
Neighbors, annoyed by Jaren Gobi, secretly brought shrimp sauce to his house as a prank, but he angrily threw it away, saying, "You brought a thief into my house, you'll ruin my home." There is also a story where a fish seller secretly gave him a fish, but he threw it back, only accepting it when the seller insisted it was free. At the time, shrimp sauce was considered a delicious side dish.
동네 사람들,
Neighbors.
놀려주다,
To tease. To make fun of.
새우젓,
Shrimp sauce.
몰래,
Secretly.
가져다 놓다,
To bring and put.
밥도둑,
Thief in the house.
집안,
Home. Household.
망하다,
To be ruined.
생선장수,
Fish seller.
반찬.
Side dish.
자린고비에 있었던 일을 소개하자면 정상적인 며느리가 자린고비 시어머니에게 구박받으며 살고 있었는데 하루는 고기 장수가 오자 며느리는 고기를 한참 주물럭대다가 그 손 씻은 물로 고깃국을 끓였다.
Introducing an event that happened in Jaren Gobi's family, his daughter-in-law, who was tormented by her stingy mother-in-law, once cooked meat soup using the water she had washed her hands in after touching raw meat.
일가,
Family.
정상적인,
Normal. Typical.
며느리,
Daughter-in-law.
구박,
Torment. Mistreatment.
시어머니,
Mother-in-law.
고기 장수,
Meat seller.
주물럭대다,
To handle or touch for a while.
손 씻다,
To wash hands.
물,
Water.
고깃국.
meat soup.
이때 시어머니는 아가, 오늘 국물에는 고기 냄새가 나는구나 라는 말했는데 이때 그 말을 들은 며느리는 칭찬을 받을 줄 알고 자신 있게 자기가 한 일을 말했다.
The mother-in-law commented, "The soup smells like meat today." And the daughter-in-law, thinking she was being praised, proudly explained what she had done.
이때
At that time, then,
시어머니,
mother-in-law,
아가,
informal way to call someone, similar to hey,
오늘
today,
국물,
soup,
고기 냄새,
meat smell,
나다,
to come out, appear,
며느리,
daughter-in-law,
칭찬,
praise, compliment,
자신 있게,
confidently, proudly,
자기가 한 일,
what one has done.
그랬더니 돌아오는 시어머니의 대답은 그 손을 장독에다 씻었으면 더 많은 국물을 우려낼 수 있었다는 것이다. 이에 자린고비는 쯧쯧 혀를 차면서 그 손을 우물에다 씻었으면 온 동네 사람들이 평생 고깃국을 먹었을 거라고 말한다.
The mother-in-law replied that if she had washed her hands in the jar, they could have made even more soup, and Jarin Gobi added that if she had washed her hands in the well, everyone in the village could have had meat soup for life.
그랬더니
And then, so,
돌아오는
coming back, returning,
대답,
answer, reply,
손,
hand,
장독,
jar,
씻다,
to wash,
많은,
many, much,
국물,
soup,
우려내,
to extract, to draw out,
혀,
tongue,
차다,
to click,
우물,
well,
온 동네,
the whole village,
사람들,
people,
평생,
lifelong, lifetime,
고깃국,
meat soup,
먹다.
to eat.
현재는 쓸데없는 것에 눈을 뒤집고 절약 정신을 외치는 괴짜들을 비꼴 때 쓰는 말이 됐다.
Nowadays, this term is used to describe eccentric people who focus on trivial things and advocate frugality.
쓸데없는,
Useless, pointless, trivial.
눈,
eye,
뒤집다,
to turn over, to flip.
절약 정신,
Frugality, thrifty spirit.
외치다,
To shout, to advocate.
괴짜,
Eccentric, weirdo.
비꼬다,
To satirize, to ridicule.
말,
Words, language.
참고로 오직 부정적인 묘사만 있는 놀부와 달리 이쪽은 민담해서 긍정적인 행위를 하는 경우가 종종 있다.
Unlike Nalbu, who is only depicted negatively, Jarin Gobi occasionally does positive things in folklore.
참고로,
By the way, for reference,
오직,
only, exclusively,
부정적인,
negative,
묘사,
description, depiction,
달리,
on the contrary, unlike,
이쪽,
this side, this way,
민담,
folklore, folk tale,
긍정적인,
positive,
행위,
action, behavior,
하는,
doing,
경우,
case, instance,
종종,
often, occasionally,
애초에 비교 자체가 실례인 것이 놀부는 부친의 유산을 독차지해서 졸부가 됐지만 자린고비 이 사람은 정당하게 자수성가 한 사람이다.
Nowadays, this term is used to describe eccentric people who focus on trivial things and advocate frugality.
애초에,
To begin with, in the first place,
비교,
comparison,
자체,
itself, in itself,
신뢰,
discourtesy, rudeness,
부친,
father, one's father,
유산,
inheritance, estate,
독차지,
monopolize, hog,
졸부,
a wealthy person,
이 사람,
this person,
정당하게,
legitimately, justly,
자수성가,
self-made, through one's own efforts.
다만 위에서 봤듯이 온갖 엽기적인 방법으로 구두쇠 짓을 해서 식솔들은 고통받았을 테니 식솔들 기준으로만 본다면 좋은 사람이었다고 하기도 애매하다.
However, as seen above, he was stingy in bizarre ways, causing his family to suffer, so it's debatable whether he was a good person from their perspective.
다만
However, but,
위에서
above, as seen above,
봤듯이
as seen, as observed,
온갖
all sorts of, all kinds of,
엽기적인
bizarre, eccentric,
방법
method, way,
구두쇠
stingy, miserly,
짓
act, behavior,
해서
because of, due to,
식솔들
family members,
고통
pain, suffering,
받았을 테니
must have received, must have experienced,
기준
standard, criterion,
본다면
if viewed from, if looked at from,
좋은 사람
good person,
이었다고
was, had been,
하기도
also, as well,
애매하다.
ambiguous, debatable.
이렇게 일전 한 푼도 남에게 주거나 빌려주는 일이 없고 인정도 사정도 눈물도 없이 모으고 또 모으다 보니 근동에서는 둘도 없는 큰 부자가 되었다.
By never giving or lending a penny to others, and relentlessly accumulating wealth without any sympathy or consideration, he eventually became one of the wealthiest people in the region.
이렇게
Like this, in this way,
일전
previously, in the past,
한 푼도,
not even a penny,
남에게,
to others,
주거나 빌려주다,
to give or lend,
인정,
sympathy, consideration,
사정,
circumstances, situation,
눈물,
tears,
모으다,
to gather, accumulate,
근동,
the region, vicinity,
둘도 없는,
one of the few, unparalleled,
큰 부자,
wealthy person, rich man.
이렇듯 지독한 자린고비 행색이 마침내 조정에까지 알려졌는데 조정에서는 조르게 이러한 행위가 미풍양속을 해친다고 판단하고는 정확한 사실 여부를 알기 위해 암행어사를 파견하기로 했다.
In this way, Jarin Gobi's notorious behavior eventually became known to the royal court, and the court decided that Jarin Gobi's actions were damaging to public morals. To verify the facts, they decided to send a secret royal inspector.
이렇듯
In this way, like this,
지독한
notorious, terrible,
자린고비
Jarin Gobi,
행색
behavior, conduct,
마침내
eventually, finally,
조정
royal court, government,
알려지다
to become known, to be revealed,
이러한
such, this kind of,
행위
action, behavior,
미풍양속
public morals, social customs,
해치다
to harm, to damage,
판단하다
to judge, to decide,
정확한
accurate, precise,
사실
fact, truth,
여부
whether or not,
알다
to know, to find out,
암행어사
secret royal inspector,
파견하다
to dispatch, to send.
그리하여 이씨 성을 가진 암행어사가 과객 차림을 하고 조르게 집에 가서 며칠 묵으며 사정을 알아보기로 했다.
Thus, the undercover agent with the last name Lee disguised himself as a guest and stayed at Jorek's house for a few days to investigate the situation.
그리하여
Thus, and so,
이씨 성
the last name Lee,
암행어사
undercover agent,
과객 차림
disguised as a guest,
며칠
a few days,
묵다
to stay, lodge,
사정
situation, circumstances,
알아보다
to investigate, find out.
그런데 암행어사가 며칠 묵는 동안 보아하니 조륵은 한양에서 소문으로 듣던 그 자린고비 조륵이 아니었다. 암행어사라고 눈치챈 것 같지는 않은데 식사 때마다 진수성찬의 술까지 대접하고 그야말로 식사 대접이 따로 없었다.
During the few days the undercover agent stayed, he noticed that Jorok was not the infamous Jerinobi from Hanyang he had heard about. Although Jorik didn't seem to have realized that he was an undercover agent, he treated him to lavish meals and drinks every day, providing exceptional hospitality.
그런데
However, but,
암행어사
undercover agent,
며칠
a few days,
묵다
to stay, lodge,
보아하니
it seems, appears that,
한양
Haenyung,
소문
rumor, hearsay,
눈치채다
to notice, realize,
식사
meal,
진수성찬
lavish meal, feast,
술
alcohol, drink,
대접하다
to treat, entertain,
식사 대접
exceptional hospitality.
아무래도 이상하다 싶어서 수소문해 보니 조륵은 환갑이 되는 해부터 누구에게나 후하게 대하고 어려운 이웃을 보면 불러다가 돈도 주고 쌀도 주는 등 아주 딴 사람이 되었다는 이야기였다.
Feeling that something was strange, the undercover agent inquired further, and found out that since the year Jorik turned 60, he had become very generous to everyone, and whenever he saw struggling neighbors, he would call them over and give them money and rice, turning into a completely different person.
아무래도
Anyway, anyhow,
이상하다,
strange, weird,
수소문하다,
to inquire, ask around,
환갑,
60th birthday,
해,
year,
누구에게나,
to everyone, to anybody,
후하다,
generous,
대하다,
to treat, deal with,
어려운,
difficult, struggling,
이웃,
neighbor,
불러다가,
call over, summon,
돈,
money,
주다,
to give,
쌀,
rice,
딴 사람,
different person,
이야기,
story, tale.
특히 마을에 심한 흉년이 들어 마을 사람들이 먹을 게 없자 조륵은 자신의 창고를 털어 백성들에게 쌀을 나눠주기도 했다.
Especially when a severe famine hit the village and the villagers had nothing to eat. Jorik even emptied his own storage to distribute rice to the people.
특히
Especially, particularly,
마을,
village,
심한,
severe, serious,
흉년,
famine, crop failure,
들다,
to enter, come in,
마을 사람들,
villagers, people in the village,
먹을 게 없다.
have nothing to eat,
자신의,
one's own, his own,
창고,
storage, warehouse,
털다,
to empty, to clean out,
백성들,
common people, subjects,
나눠주다,
to distribute, share.
암행어사가 사정을 알고 그만 떠나려고 인사를 하자. 조륵은 아니, 2, 3일만 더 있으면 내 환갑이니 기왕이면 좀 더 쉬다가 잔치나 보고 가시오라고 했다.
When the undercover investigator tried to leave after learning the situation, Jorik said, "No, in just a few more days. It will be my 60th birthday. Please stay and rest a little longer, and then join the celebration before you go."
암행어사,
Undercover investigator, secret inspector,
사정,
situation, circumstances,
알다,
to know, to understand,
그만,
now, already,
떠나다,
to leave, to depart,
인사,
greeting, farewell,
2, 3일,
a few days, 2 or 3 days,
환갑,
60th birthday,
기왕이면,
since it has come to this, might as well,
쉬다,
to rest, to relax,
잔치,
feast, celebration,
보고 가다,
to see and go, to join before leaving.
그리하여 암행어사는 못 이기는 체하며 잔칫날까지 묵게 되었는데 그날 조륵은 잔치에 모인 사람들에게 여러분, 그동안 나는 나 혼자 잘 살려고 구두쇠 노릇을 한 게 아니오.
So, the undercover investigator reluctantly stayed until the day of the feast. On that day, Jorik said to the gathered guests, "Everyone, all this time, I haven't been miserly just to live well on my own."
그리하여
So, thus,
암행어사,
undercover investigator, secret inspector,
못 이기다,
to be unable to refuse, to not be able to resist,
체하다,
to act, to pretend,
잔칫날,
the day of the feast,
묵다,
to stay, to lodge,
잔치,
feast, celebration,
모이다,
to gather, to assemble,
사람,
people, person,
여러분,
everyone, all of you.
그동안,
During that time, all this time,
나 혼자,
on my own, by myself,
잘 살다,
to live well, to thrive,
구두쇠,
miser, penny pincher,
노릇,
act, behavior.
오늘 찾아오신 여러분 모두에게 도움이 되고자 한평생을 근검절약하며 재산을 모았소.
Today, I have gathered my wealth through a lifetime of frugality and thrift to help all of you who have come here.
오늘,
Today,
찾아오다,
to come, to visit,
여러분,
everyone, all of you,
모두,
all, everyone,
도움,
help, assistance,
되다,
to become, to serve as,
한평생,
a lifetime, one's whole life,
근검절약,
frugality, thrift,
재산,
wealth, property,
모으다,
to gather, accumulate.
환갑날인 오늘부로 내일은 모두 끝났소 하면서 아예 전 재산을 어려운 사람들에게 골고루 나누어 주었다.
Starting from today, on my 60th birthday, my work is done. And he generously divided all of his wealth among the needy.
환갑날,
60th birthday,
오늘,
today,
부로,
from, since,
내일,
my work, my task,
모두,
all, everyone,
끝나다,
to end, to finish,
아예,
completely, entirely,
전 재산,
entire wealth, all of one's property,
어려운 사람,
needy person, someone in need,
골고루,
evenly, equally,
나누어 주다.
to divide and give, to distribute.
암행어사는 임금께 조르게 이러한 선행을 자세하게 고하였고 임금 인조도 기특하게 생각하게 친히 상을 내리고 칭찬했다.
The secret royal inspector reported Joringabi's good deeds in detail to the king, and King Injo found it remarkable, personally granting a reward and praising him.
암행어사,
Secret royal inspector,
임금,
king,
이러한,
such, this kind of,
선행,
good deed, virtuous act,
자세하게,
in detail, elaborately,
고하다,
to report, to inform.
인조,
King Injo,
기특하게,
remarkably, extraordinarily,
생각하다,
to think, to consider,
친히,
personally, oneself,
상,
reward, prize,
내리다,
to grant, to bestow,
칭찬하다,
to praise, to commend.
그 후 조르객의 도움을 받은 많은 사람들이 조르를 자린고비가 아닌 자인고비라고 부르며 칭찬했는데 여기에서 자인은 자비롭고 인자하는 뜻이며 고자는 나를 낳아준 어버이란 뜻이라고 한다.
After that, many people who received help from Joringobi praised him not as Jarin Gobi, but as Jain Gobi, where Jain means merciful and benevolent, and Go means parents who gave birth to me.
그 후,
After that, since then,
도움,
help, assistance,
받다,
to receive, to get,
많은,
many, a lot of,
사람들,
people,
아닌,
not, other than,
자인고비,
Jain Gobi,
부르다,
to call, to name,
칭찬하다,
to praise, to commend,
자인,
merciful and benevolent,
자비롭다,
to be merciful,
인자하다,
to be benevolent.
뜻,
Meaning, sense.
고,
Parents who gave birth to me.
대한민국 충북 음성군 금왕읍 삼복리 사람이었던 조륵은 이후 큰 선행으로 가자까지 받았다.
자린고비, who was from Sambongni, Kumangeup, Umseongun, Chungcheongbuk-do in South Korea, later received a promotion due to his great good deeds.
대한민국 South Korea 음성군
Umseong County,
금왕 타운십 삼복리
Sambong Village,
사람
person, people,
이후
after, later,
큰
big, great,
선행
good deed, virtuous act,
가자
promotion, elevation in rank,
정
level, grade,
통정대부
high-ranking government official,
이상
at least, more than,
품계
rank, grade,
올리다
to raise, to elevate.
Thank you. 김쌤 한국어.